It is finally happening. Seniors are getting a Social Security increase. The Social Security Administration announced that October 24th is the big date that we've all been waiting for. I am going to explain to you how much of an increase you are going to get when this announcement is made. Plus, President Trump is supporting a $2,000 stimulus check for seniors and everyone on Social Security and disability benefits that is going to be similar to the stimulus that we got during the pandemic. This will be a check that will be mailed directly to you. And the president is doing this because of the record tariff revenue that have come in from overseas. But that is not the biggest news when it comes to Social Security increase. There are two bills in Congress right now that I am excited about that are likely to pass this fall that would put $660 in the pocket of specific seniors that are on Social Security and $200 increase across the board. You put all that together, and there's about $880 in increase stuck in this package. That is a permanent increase, not a one-time thing. Let's get into it. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefit they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance topics that affect seniors and their retirement and benefits. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor, go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, welcome back. I am glad you're here. We have a lot to cover. And if you've been watching my channel, I have three topics that I usually cover: what is good, what is not so good, and what is exciting in the news. So let's start with the big one. What is good? What is the most interesting thing that is happening right now that is positive for seniors on Social Security and disability benefits? Well, it has to do with this news that we got back when the government said they were going to delay the Social Security cost of living adjustment that we are all been expecting to happen tomorrow, October the 15th. So it was a huge disappointment that the Social Security increase that seniors have been waiting for all year was not going to happen on schedule because of the government shutdown. So it's been up in the air whether this is going to happen at all this year, because the longer the government shutdown drags on, the longer it's going to take for the Department of Labor to collect the final piece of the puzzle that the Social Security Administration needs in order to calculate your Social Security adjustment. Well, guess what? There's good news. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics finally came up and recalled, they brought back a whole bunch of their workers that were furloughed due to the government shutdown. So those workers are back, and now they're crunching the numbers, doing the surveys, getting the data, so that on October the 24th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, they are going to announce the September inflation number, the CPIW number that the Social Security Administration needs, the final piece of that puzzle, in order to then calculate your Social Security cost of living adjustment for 2026. So that is the good news that we have. And here's the thing. You're probably wondering, how much are you going to get? Well, I did the research and I can tell you what I am hearing based on expert estimates for Social Security cost of living adjustment. But before we do that, let's look at where we've been. Social Security cost of living adjustment over the last 20 years has been 2.6%. That has been the average. Now, you may be thinking that is not enough. And I agree with you, and I'm going to tell you why. And last year, which is 2025, you got a Social Security increase of 2.5%. It was announced in October 2024. It went into effect January 2025. So that's where we've been. Now, let's look at what the experts are saying they are expecting for 2026. So there are two experts that I trust, and that is the Senior Citizens League, which is one of the most respected senior advocacy organizations. And there's a lady called Mary Johnson. She is a Social Security policy analyst that is well respected in the industry. So she does her own tracking, and the Senior Citizens League does their own tracking. And so if you look, they started at a different place. She started January by saying it's going to be a tiny 0.6%, which was less than 1%. And the Senior Citizens League started at 2.1%. But as the year progressed, they all almost arrived at the same place because of one thing that changed the entire year that made them increase their Social Security cost of living adjustment predictions. And I'm going to tell you what that one thing is that changed all year. Well, it has to do with core inflation information. Well, as the year went on, inflation started rising. And so you can see this inflation data over the last almost 10 years. And you look at 2025, and you can see that since January, inflation has been going up. And the last time it was reported in September, it was 2.9%. So if you look at the Social Security cost of living adjustment, it is tracking that. So what do I think is going to be? I think it's going to be 2.8, because I think when the inflation information on October the 24th is announced, it's going to be higher than we thought. And I bet it's going to push the Social Security Administration to increase your Social Security cost of living adjustment to 2.8% versus last year's 2.5%. What does that mean in terms of dollars and cents? It means that if you're on Social Security retirement benefits, you're going to get a $52 increase in your benefits. If you are on disability SSDI, you're going to get about $34 increase. And if you're on SSI, supplemental security income, you're going to get about a $24 increase. I know that is not a lot. And here is why that doesn't feel like a lot. So it's an issue that has to do with how your Social Security cost of living adjustment are being calculated. And that has been a problem that has lingered for a while now. So since 2010, Social Security cost of living adjustment has not caught up to inflation. And right now, as we speak on October the 14th, 2025, the Social Security Administration, based on calculation of what the real inflation is and what the cost of living adjustment you receive, the difference between that, the Senior Citizens League did a survey and calculation and concluded that the government owes you $370 for the fact that your cost of living adjustment has never caught up to inflation. So if you feel like the Social Security cost of living adjustment is not enough, that is why. So that is what is good in the news. Now, if you want to stay on top of news updates and also understand what is behind the news and stay on top of the things that are affecting your benefits, both in and out of Congress, text the word insider to 443-293-0080 and you will join my text list. This is not a number you can call to speak to anybody. It is a number where I send you text messages to inform you about breaking news in and out of Congress that can affect your benefits, your pocketbook, and your retirement. So text the word insider to 443-293-0080 and join the thousands of people that are currently on my text list that are receiving these breaking news updates and insights. So I started by saying that I am going to talk about three things: what is good in the news, what is not so good, and what is exciting. Well, let's talk about what is not so good, which is the second part of what I wanted to share with you today. So, what is not so good is the fact that you are getting your Social Security cost of living adjustment and you're going to get about $52. And then immediately you're going to be hit in the face, not literally, but figuratively, with Social Security things that are going to eat your Social Security increase. Specifically, Medicare Part B premium is going to be taking a good chunk of your Social Security increase, which is not something that I'm excited to say, obviously not. But I wanted to let you know what you should expect, because On one hand, you're getting a 2.7 or 2.8% increase. On the other hand, you're going to see an 11.6% increase in your Medicare Part B premium, and your Medicare Part B deductible is going to be going up by 12%. Your Medicare Part D deductible is also going to go up by 4.2. So if you look at what is happening with Medicare cost increases, they are all much, much higher compared to the Social Security cost of living adjustment that I am sharing with you, are estimates based on what the experts are saying is going to happen. So if you are disappointed, you have every right to be, because the experts are saying that we should expect a 2.7 to 2.8% increase, yet the same government is telling you that you have to absorb an 11.6% increase in your Medicare Part B premium and a 12% increase in your Medicare Part B deductible. And here's the thing, seniors are facing rising inflation. And so a Social Security cost of living adjustment that is, 2.7%, it's not going to cut it if you really look at the cost of living problems that seniors are facing. Let's look at grocery prices. Grocery prices have reached an all-time high in 2025. You know, they haven't been this high in a long time. And so you can see all sections of grocery, meat, produce, dairy, grocery, cheese, all those prices have been going up and have stayed up. So that's the first thing that is concerning when you look at the tiny Social Security cost of increase you are going to see. The next thing is that we have data that shows that seniors are struggling. Seniors are struggling with cost of living increases, and that is being reflected in many, many places. And one of them is the fact that if you isolate, you know, um, the survey that organizations that really do this for a living have done, it shows that seniors generally are just struggling and are cutting back on many things because they cannot afford to buy the basic things. According to the University of Michigan, 53% of seniors report feeling stressed about their personal finances. 52% of seniors have been cutting back on everyday expenses. And 47% said they have been impacted by inflation a great deal. So that is the background to all that is happening that I want to share with you. Now, the third thing that I want to share with you is the $2,000 stimulus. And then I will show you the two bills that are out there that I think are going to lead, hopefully, to a Social Security increase this fall, that is going to put money in your pocket. So that is the next section of things I want to talk about. Again, if you want to join my text list and get breaking news updates, then text the word insider to 443-293-0080 and be added to thousands of people that have already joined the list and are receiving updates via text messages on anything in and out of Congress that could affect your benefit and your retirement. So the last part of my presentation today is the most exciting part. And that asks the question, what is exciting in the news right now when it comes to seniors, when it comes to your retirement, when it comes to your benefit? Well, the first thing, in my opinion, has to do with the president supporting a $2,000 stimulus, just like the pandemic, that is going to go to everybody. So here it is. And it says, what to know about Trump's pitch for 2,000 stimulus checks from the tariff revenue. So President Trump has again floated the idea of giving Americans stimulus checks based on tariff revenue. Trump is continuing to promote the revenue from tariffs as they receive pushback from the court. So that's a separate issue. Trump said on One American News television network in an interview that aired on Thursday last week that he's considering offering Americans checks from revenue worth somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. So the president is saying that he's supporting stimulus checks to Americans, including seniors on Social Security and disability, of 1,000 or 2,000. What is your thought? What do you think the president should do? Is it 1,000 or is it 2,000? Because a lot of people are saying that if he gives out $2,000, he's going to cause inflation, more inflation. But my thought is seniors are struggling. So if you are going to give them relief, you might as well give them the biggest relief possible. And I think $2,000 stimulus right now, before the end of the year, before Christmas, is going to be a big deal, especially given how much inflation has gone up and stayed up in 2025. So I am excited about that. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. So, when it comes to what's exciting in the news, that is the first thing that I think is exciting, which is the president supporting a $2,000 stimulus that includes seniors on Social Security and disability. The second thing that I think is exciting, which is a bill that is already in front of Congress that I want to share with you. And if you've been watching my channel, you may have heard about this bill a few times, but it is getting momentum. So I want to bring it to your attention again. So this particular bill not only puts money in the pockets of seniors on Social Security and disability, but it also helps solve the future problems of Social Security. And it's called the Social Security Expansion Act. I wanted to make sure that you see that it is a bill in Congress. It has a name, S.770, the Social Security Expansion Act, and it's going to do two things this fall when it passes, or I'm hoping that it passes. So it's gaining momentum, and I have a strong feeling that it has a great chance of passing this year. So, because we are in the 119th Congress, which is where the bill has been filed, that's what gives me hope. It's not an old bill that is dead. This is a bill in the current Congress. There's one version in the House, there's one version in the Senate. So, what are the two provisions that I'm excited about? Well, the first provision has to do with the $660 increase that I'm talking about. So if you're a senior citizen on Social Security and you're getting the minimum benefit, this is good news. It is going to improve the special minimum benefit for Social Security recipients. And this bill would help low income workers. Let me make sure you can see this. Yes, you can see it. It will help low income workers stay out of poverty by increasing the special minimum benefit and indexing the benefit level to equal to 125% of the federal poverty level, or over 18,000 for a single worker. Now, the federal poverty level has gone up since this bill was filed. And so let me tell you what that number is going to be should the bill pass today. The federal poverty number for 2025 is much higher than the 18,000 that you are seeing on the screen. So let me find my information and then I'll share that with you. So where we go? Okay, there we go. So currently, the federal poverty level at 125%, as you can see, is $19,562. So if you're getting the minimum Social Security benefit, what does that mean? Let's say that you're getting less than $1,000, or you're even getting less than $1,300. It means that you're still in poverty. This bill will bump you up to $19,560. Will put you 125% above poverty. So what does that mean? For somebody getting the minimum benefit, that's a $660 increase right away. In addition, if you're not getting the minimum benefit, in addition, there is still good news in this bill for you. And let me bring it up so that we can all look at it. So the next thing that I'm excited about regarding this bill is this particular increase right here. I told you there are two increases in this bill. It's going to give you a $200 increase right away. $200 increase to your benefit, meaning that you're going to get $2,400 increase a year. So not only is that going to fix some of the inflation problems that seniors are experiencing when they feel like they've been left behind. Remember, I told you the government owes you $370. This helps chip away at that. But more importantly, for those who are below poverty, they get a bigger increase. So that is what I'm excited about, in addition to the $2,000 stimulus. If all of this passes before the end of the year, it would have been the best year for seniors, all seniors, not just seniors in a high income category who benefit from the big, beautiful bill. This will be the best year for seniors in low income category who feel like they've been left behind for a long time. So When it comes to what's exciting in the news, that is what I'm excited about, and I hope you are too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, before I let you go, I want to talk about Medicare because we are in an important season for Medicare. And let's talk about Medicare open enrollment. Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you three things about Medicare open enrollment. Number one, if you are planning to just renew your current Medicare plan and just move on, that's a big mistake. Why? Because there's been a lot of changes. And tomorrow, October 15th, starts the Medicare enrollment period, and it runs through December 7th. You have a small window to switch to a better plan, and I'm going to tell you why that is important. First, I am on a mission this open enrollment season to help 100,000 seniors get peace of mind about Medicare. Why is that important? You've earned the benefit, you've paid into it. Why not get the best out of it? But here's the problem: 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. And so, my job is to educate you about Medicare, help you share important guides with you that provide information that enrich your knowledge and help you make informed decisions, and then connect you to the best resources and support. Being in the wrong Medicare plan is going to cost you your money. The average senior is spending $6,000 out of pocket on Medicare, out of pocket costs. It's going to affect your health. There's nothing worse than thinking that your Medicare plan is going to cover you for certain things, and then you realize that those things have been taken out of the plan and you didn't even pay attention, or you weren't even aware that those coverages have been reduced or eliminated. And that is why during this open enrollment, you want to pay attention because there's so many changes happening in the news. Every day I turn the news, there's something going on with Medicare. And so we have partnered with Chapter Medicare. Why? Because Chapter is our trusted advisor. They are not there to sell you anything. They are not there to push anything. They are there to be in your corner, to help you figure out if you are in the right plan, and if you're not, help you switch to a better plan. So call today, 539-205-2147. There are agents right now waiting to hear your call. And if you rather they call you, then fill out the form at askchapter.org/insider. It takes a minute to fill the form. I'm going to put it in the comment section. I'm going to put it in the description to this video. And here's the exciting part. Over 2,500 of our viewers like you have already reached out to Chapter and gotten help switching to a better plan, or getting the necessary help to make sure that they are in the right Medicare plan for them. Why is that important? Because, as I said, we want to make sure that during this Medicare enrollment season, you get peace of mind about your Medicare, so that when the season is over, this small window is over, you are assured that you are in the right plan that fits your budget, fits the network you need to be in, the prescription coverage that you need, and the doctor networks that, or hospital network that you absolutely have to be in. And all that is not automatic. It just doesn't happen. You have to make a decision and choose the right plan that's for you. And Chapter can help you do that. So give them a call today, 539-205-2147. And here's the thing. Here are the guys you're going to be talking to, real people that are ready to help you, A+ rated in the Better Business Bureau. They can save you $1,100 on average this season, a year. So there's no brainer. And the advice is free and costs you nothing, and is unbiased, so they are not there to push you or push anything on you. So give them a call today. Now, lastly, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've started a community for seniors that are trying to navigate retirement and be part of a community that is doing the same thing. But not only that, get access to me and my team so that we can help you with guides and resources and answer your questions and bring you the news and updates and what's behind the news in a safe environment. And so I have launched this community, and we have over 230 seniors that have already joined. And here's the thing. It's probably the best thing I've done in creating a safe space for seniors to feel like they belong, they feel heard, they feel understood, and they can ask me questions directly and get answers tailored to them directly. But not only that, get access to all the guides that I've created that can save you money and save you over $2,500 in savings across a lot of places. So if this is of interest to you, go to www.school.com/benefits insider. I'm going to put the link in the comments and in the description, and check it out and see if it's for you. And if it is, I'll be happy to have you as part of that community and provide you even more value than you get out of YouTube or TikTok or everywhere else you watch my channel. So if you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm looking forward to seeing you on another video tomorrow. Thank you for watching.